from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Monday with the Marks. I am your host, Adam Bomb, for the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast world. Welcome. Alongside me here in studio is the executive producer, Rody Rob.
Hi.
He is the only other person who cares enough to show up in studio and make sure we have quality programming for you. But we do have a third host who cares a little less. That is the Bionic one, Brian. Because he cares less, we made his head super big for YouTube viewers. What's going on, Brian?
Nothing. I do have a giant head to begin with. I almost wear a size 8 fitted hat. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but
Really?
Yeah. Hey everyone. Hi.
Wow.
He's got a massive head.
Yeah, I mean,
giant
I wore a 7.5 in a fitted hat, and I thought that was pretty big. But
Daniel
wow.
Price, I didn't know the fucking sound was muted on the video. I was so sorry, man. He's like, we need to fix our entrance video. There hadn't been sound for a month. I'm like, oh, I hear it on my side. So
Yeah.
it was working.
Yeah, nobody tells us of our millions and millions of fans. But the lieutenants on the YouTube live chat board, we got Qantas Stevens is here, and
Welcome.
Daniel Price as well. We got some fun stuff. We're going to do a variation of trivia where Rob and Brian will battle against each other on which one knows the other better. That should be fun. We're going to talk a little bit about Survivor Series just briefly. We might talk about an egg. We might instead just talk about a fan that speared Seth better than Roman. That's just what could happen here. So let's get to it. Brian, I got to sit next to Rob all night. Talk about last night, talking about how he thought the egg was gonna be lost to the black hole that was Vince's lockbox. So I'm going to ask you two questions for Survivor Series. What was your match of the night or moment of the night? What did you enjoy the most, even? And then what disappointed you? And then, yeah.
Sure. Well, I'll start off with the positive. I like that Bianca Belair. She was the sole survivor, right, from her team.
Brondo's got
I enjoyed that.
Prey.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that was a good move.
Okay. Fair.
And my negative one, obviously, I think it's got to be the egg. The whole thing. I tried watching that fucking movie too, Red Notice.
It's
I fell
bad.
asleep. It wasn't bad, but it felt very. You know what? I haven't even finished it, and I feel like I already know the ending of it.
Oh,
I'm
Brian's
probably
one
way
of
off.
those who's gonna criticize it. You can't. The ending matters in the movie, okay?
It matters.
No, I
It
know
matters.
it does, but I'm saying I
See-
feel like it might be a little what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out here. God.
They picked the winner ahead of
Forgiving
time.
away. Say it again.
They predetermined the winner.
Yeah, there had a predetermined outcome.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You
Was
could
it-
see it from a mile away.
Oh, was it
So-
script? Was it
so it was
scripted?
predictable.
So it was booked by the Bucks.
Yeah. It was scripted.
No, scripted. What are you talking about? No. Anyway, just the whole fucking thing was stupid. The egg, like, come on, man. I know they're getting a fucking butt ton of money for it, but
So funny story. It's like
Yeah.
that reminded me. It's like I said, who says WWE doesn't do long-term storylines? The Golden Egg was a 31-year culmination of the Gobbledygooker. So I said to Adam, who showed up like a hair late for Survivor Series, so he didn't see the first scene with the egg. And I was like, yeah, Vince got this stupid fucking egg, and they're gonna have this battle royal, and they're all gonna fight for it. He's like, yeah, I heard about the battle royal for the egg. Yeah, but what would be really cool is if the egg opened and it was Gobbledygooker, and then the Gobbledygooker took his hat off, and it's actually The Rock. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like the golden goose egg.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that big. I thought like a person could come out of it. I thought it was just another
miniature rock.
Yes. And Daniel Price says the word you're looking for is predictable, Brian.
Yeah. We ended up figuring it out, but thank you.
I crushed it.
Yeah. Rob crushed it. All right, Rob. And then what was your so those are you gave them both. What was your match of the night, moment of the night, Rob, and what was your disappointment?
Oh man, now that I think, my disappointment was Big E losing. I really thought that Roman didn't.
That's a good one.
Roman didn't need to win. I mean, he's a heel, so he can lose. It's not a title match, so he can lose and not lose the title.
He could have done some fuckery.
Right, and it just solidifies Big E that much more as your fucking champion. Let's remember, everybody, and Vince McMahon, Big E is a WWE champion. Not this Universal, whatever the fuck this belt is, I still fucking hate.
Yeah, it's the Brock and Roman belt.
Yeah.
We're going to let you hold it for years at a time.
So that was
literally years at a time.
Yeah.
Worst match.
The other thing, Rob, to your point, though, they said that the suspension was lifted on Brock, almost giving themselves an out to protect Roman. Like, hey, Brock can come in while the ref's distracted, do a couple F5s. Big E can do the big ending. Like, even if they don't want to do it clean.
That's fine, but I think it would have been so much more benefit if Big E won clean. And they're not going to feud each other. They're on different brands. So I mean, you could save that nugget for like
For
future
years.
Yeah, remember that time I beat you, Roman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you got to listen to the matches so I can.
Yes, I do. The matches.
I don't remember which one I
overall, there was only like
That's
7
fine.
of them.
All right.
Champ against champ and champ against champ, champ against
I didn't
champ.
see Priest and not.
You didn't miss anything.
My least favorite match was Lynch and Flair.
No, it's your favorite. You already gave your disappointment moment. You can't do two
Those are
negatives.
different things, right? You said big moment, best match.
I said
Disappointment,
what
worst match.
were you happiest about, and what was you
Big E
disappointed
losing,
in?
Big E losing.
That was your disappointment.
Yeah. And what am I happy about?
Yeah. Well, what was your marked out moment, if you will? Come on, you got some sound effects.
I'm sorry. I said this. I said this last night, Brian. That the pay-per-view was fine, right? All the matches, and I know this is news to you. All the matches were, good matches for the most part, but nothing about this pay-per-view was exciting, and nothing was. The egg was stupid, right?
Yeah, it was.
It's still stupid.
Right. And the big moment you could have had with Big E ended up being, not. And the Survivor Series matches were where I agree with what Becky said tonight about the women getting chance. I think it's bullshit.
Okay, so that should be your moment.
The fans chanting during the women's fucking Survivor Series match.
Where'd they chant?
CM Punk.
They tried to start a CM Punk chant.
And then they did.
Oh, good for them.
But no, it's not good for them. No, Brian.
What? The crowd is allowed to express themselves.
Yeah.
During a women's match, it wasn't like it was Roman and Big E or anything close to the equivalent.
They were great. Yeah, the match wasn't produced that great. There was a lot of heroin in it, but the girls,
lots of heroin.
The girls were busting their asses. It's not like they were. I could see if 2 people went in there and just kind of fucking lazied it up and did like a boring fucking match. Okay, yeah, but. These women, they were trying their fucking damnedest.
And it became pretty obvious when it was 4-on-1 against Bianca. We're like, oh, she's going to win.
Yeah. Right. So, I don't know. So, I would say worst moment of the night would be the fucking crowd, CM Punking the women. I'm sure even CM Punk would probably say.
So that's your
use
third.
my name like
Wait. So
Don't do
that's your third negative. You were supposed to give one positive and one negative.
I was supposed to give a positive. Well, no, my positive was that I didn't think there was any positives. I don't think that this match.
What?
How is that? What?
That's what I'm saying. That was your second negative.
No, okay, fine. Fine. Okay, all right. Fine. If I have to pick KO fucking leaving the fucking Survivor Series match.
Thank you.
Okay,
There you
Brian,
go, Rob. You
here's what
finally got
happened.
one.
We painted a picture for Brian because I know you didn't want
That's a good one.
it. Did you know what happened? You saw it?
Yeah, KO left his Survivor Series team.
But did you see how it happened?
Yeah, he was in the ring and then he walked out.
Did you see?
No.
Did you see the culmination of it?
No, you're missing
Yeah.
parts, Brian.
You did?
And then he left.
Okay. So anyway, in case someone didn't see it,
Yes.
I'll
I
take a
didn't see
picture.
it.
How about for our listeners,
so the
Rob?
Raw team, when they got to the ring, it became a huge, non-physical, almost physical fight and debate amongst all the
Who's
players.
gonna start?
Who's going to start the match?
Right.
And KO eventually, won that fight and got to start the match after all the fucking hoopla and drama bell rings, and then he fucking walks out.
He walked out and got the 10 count. So the match started 5-4.
And then he tweeted today.
Oh wait, so WWE today sends out a tweet. Congrats to Team Raw of the men last night for winning a Survivor Series, and KO retweeted it. As a quote retweet. He goes, "We did it, guys!" With the clapping.
That's
hands.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So there's my good. That's my KO leaving was my best.
That's pretty good.
Absolutely, absolutely. That one was good. So I'll go last. I won't do 3 negatives like Rob did. But
what a horrible pay-per-view.
I thought them doing the Soul Survivors on both shows for Raw, I kind of like that. I don't know why. That I'm reaching for a positive. There it is. As far as the negatives, I thought the whole finishes in general, but I'll be specific on the Becky and Charlotte match.
Yeah.
The roll up, grab the ropes, reversal.
I thought that was kind of funny and clever. And it worked too because she's going heel. Becky was going heel to say,
Right.
"Oh, you want to be dirty and try to pin me with the ropes? I'm going to reverse it and do the same fucking thing and win." I think
I out-heeled you, if you will.
Yeah, I think that was fine. I thought it was clever actually. Yeah, look, my takeaway here, Brian, is like this: is when we talk about All Out or Full Gear or whatever, we usually say, "Oh, AEW tried to do too much," right? They tried to do too much.
Yeah.
And
Well, I don't think so, but I'll let you guys usually say that.
But I feel like
AEW doesn't have to do too much.
I feel like,
Ty Conti and Britt Baker get
Right.
the same amount of stars as Hulk and The Rock.
Yeah. I feel like Survivor Series, which not just because of the pay-per-view, but because it's one of the big four, did just enough to the minimum. They did the minimum.
Yeah, to Rob's point, SummerSlam, the build was probably similar as Survivor Series here. It wasn't great. But SummerSlam executed much better. There were moments of the night that you could argue. There were some good spots. There was a lot of hoopla surrounding it. They did a good job.
Yeah.
Survivor Series is supposed to have that big four, feel, and they're fucking talking about an egg. And
Right.
it's
Exactly, sir.
Yeah, I mean, so I mentioned this in studio tonight, Brian, before we went on air to Rob. Is this Vince like going, watch this, Tony? I'm going to do a fucking bullshit egg storyline across 2 nights on one of my big 4 pay-per-views and still kill you in the ratings.
I don't think I think that's a way to approach it, but I don't think Vince was necessarily doing that. Look, I just want to say, if you have $100 million egg, why is it being left alone in a fucking office?
Right? Shouldn't someone be guarding it? Like,
Right.
get Babatunde or something. He was the guy from fucking Raw Underground.
Right? Fucking get
Dude,
Almonds again.
they didn't even have a glass case that had a top on it. Like, you just had to take
Right.
Yeah.
I get WWE sometimes wants us to suspend reality and kind of believe the unbelievable, but then there's a level of just stupid, and this storyline was just stupid.
Did they ever explain who,
Okay. Yeah. So this happened tonight, Brian. So
All right.
all the drama. So Sami Zayn comes in there, and Vince said, "Whoever finds me or leads me to the egg, I'm gonna give them a WWE title shot tonight against Big E." Right. So
Okay.
Sami Zayn comes in, and he's like, "I know who took it. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna bring him to you." So this big story that culminated on one of the big
Huge.
pay-per-views.
All the superstars are running around
Right.
all night looking for the egg.
That came to your flagship show. You have made Vince McMahon came back to TV to do this storyline. This is big fucking story. What does the culmination come down to? Austin Theory. Austin Theory took the egg to take a selfie.
Wait, even worse. Yeah, the worst part is not even just the Austin Theory reveal. The why. He wanted to take a selfie, and then security was so tight he just took it back to his hotel room because he was so worried.
That's easier, right?
Yeah.
That's easier to get my security. I'm just gonna take the egg. Yeah.
Well, wait a second. So The Rock never showed up tonight.
No.
No, yeah, no.
And to boot, because Theory was explaining to Vince all this in front of Sammy. Vince goes, "Oh, you remind me of me. You get the title shot." And Sammy's like, "What the fuck?" And Vince is like,
You
"Yeah,
tattletale.
yeah, nobody likes a rat. You know, nobody likes a snitch." Yeah, so I don't know, man.
The other part, just for all shits and giggles, and I don't know if this has any truth to it, but the Bomb Squad told me this earlier today. The Rock is traveling overseas, shooting and stuff like that. Could never even be near here because he has to quarantine to be on set, to be...
He couldn't pre-record a video. Just put a video on.
No. I mean,
It's The
this,
Rock.
yeah, this is all just about This is about Red Notice. If Red Notice starred Jason Momoa in his role instead,
Roman would do it.
the exact same amount of publicity and promotion around the egg and money exchanging hands between WWE and Netflix would be happening.
Yeah,
It's just coincidental that it's his 25th anniversary and all this other stuff.
that's a quick video.
Yes, no big deal.
I disagree with that, but go ahead.
I do want to mention briefly, Brian. I sent a clip to you because I know you don't watch. I wanted to make sure you saw it. There's a fan that spears Seth.
I did see that. Yeah.
Now, we got the video from somebody's, camera phone.
Sure.
But I was pretty impressed the way Seth conducted himself. He gets speared and he kind of slinks away as security deals with it, because anytime I've ever seen any of these other videos, that wrestler defends themselves in the way that they should and takes a shot.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm surprised Seth didn't try to lay one in there. Or
Okay,
like...
so I'm not the only one who's surprised about that.
No, not at all. I'm actually, yeah, now that you say it, it definitely is a little surprising. But I guess then again,
didn't kick his foot on the way out. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, he's just trying to get out of there at that. But like, still, I feel like in these days, anyone can just sue anyone for anything. So I feel like that's why he kind of played it smart and tried to keep his cool.
I guess I can see that point, the lawsuit angle. But I just want to say, if I go to a hockey game and another dude checks another dude hard, and I don't see a fucking fight afterwards, I'm gonna be a little pissed, right? And same way, anytime I've ever gone to a wrestling event and seen somebody jump the fucking rail, the wrestlers beat the fuck out of him, and like no heel, no face anymore. Beat this fucking dude's ass. I fucking want that. I want to see. I wish Seth would have punched him right in his fucking nose. And not because I hate the dude so much. Just that's just what's supposed to happen, right?
Yeah, Seth didn't go full revival like Dash Wilder did.
Right,
That's for stake.
Right.
No, but I mean, like, somebody comes at you, fuck a lawsuit, you have the right to defend yourself.
I think that's probably a difference between...
especially after you've already been tackled.
I think it's a difference between Hunter and Vince running the show. I think in NXT, Hunter's like, they jump the rail, fucking punch him in their face.
Yeah,
Vince
just
like,
go for it.
Yeah, Vince said, don't you fucking hit the fans.
Yeah, I don't want to have a board meeting. Damn it. I can barely remember my shitty ass lines.
Linda's going to call me, then I got to talk to her and tell her I love her. I don't want to do that. So
yeah. The whole thing about why he was even here felt weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, the guy that tackled Seth, I let him out of my lockbox.
Yeah.
Lockbox.
So for those of you that don't know, a quick tease, Brian and I will be reviewing Dynamite. We'll be back on Wednesday, covering that. Should be good. Last week's was really good. A nice reset post Full Gear. I actually enjoyed Dynamite last week better than Full Gear. Personally, that's just whatever. I wish the Bucks were taking as much time off as Kenny. That would be the icing on my cupcake, but we'll get there.
On your cupcake?
Yeah.
No, on your little cupcake?
On your cupcake. It says cupcake.
Yes.
No.
I'm watching a stick action figure version of...
Do I need to turn that off? I thought that'd
No.
be nice to have it there, but if you
No, it made me laugh that there's an action figure killing the cricket mascot.
It's the fucking
I know what it was. It made me laugh.
cricket mobile.
Overall, final thoughts before we move on, kind of like Survivor Series. I kind of got to piggyback a little bit on Rob, myself personally, just to echo what he said. It's a big four. You had virtually no build because I guess they assume, we're going to have there. I thought what they did with Big E and Roman was good. It should have had Big E win. They've made this mistake 2 years ago at Survivor Series. Should have had Keith Lee win. Roman can survive any pin, and you could have had Brock's music hit, you could have had it clean, you could have had whatever. The fact that nothing happened even after the match with Brock and Roman, he just walked away. Like, there were so many swings and misses. You had how many countouts? I think Drew, KO's was funny.
Yeah.
But Drew was counted out. Sasha was counted out. Like, every one of your main
Bobby
eventers.
Lashley counted
Yeah,
out.
every one of your main event big men that you wanted to protect, you had counted out or DQ'd as the finish to save them. Like, bullshit. It felt to me like, and I put this on Twitter today, it felt like, have you ever seen that South Park episode where they're asking how Family Guy writes their episodes and they show the dolphins?
The manatees.
Yeah. Oh, it was manatees?
The manatees.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was dolphins.
No, it's manatees.
No.
Oh, well, nobody on Twitter corrected me. I'm surprised. But yeah, they're pushing the little balls ahead. They're like, yeah, Jeff Hardy, Sheamus is going to lose to Austin Theory, and then he's going to beat up Jeff Hardy right after.
Because he took a selfie with a golden egg.
Right. And Veruca Salt is looking for Augustus Gloop to take a selfie.
Oh no, Augustus!
Veruca
Don't
Salt.
drink from the river, Augustus.
Oh no, he fell in. He can't swim.
No, you don't. You're not allowed to sing or do impressions
Yeah.
or voices. You're not allowed to do that.
Why?
Stop. Because Adam's not good at either one.
I'm good.
What?
Rob just hates everything in life
No,
that
I-
revolves around me being better and superior.
I love planes.
I like turtles.
Damn it.
Oh, he doesn't know about that guy on Wednesday
Who was it,
nights
Colt?
that likes turtles.
Colton Gunn, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was
Do you remember the YouTube video with the little kid that's painted like a frog and he says he likes turtles?
I do not know.
Okay,
this.
yeah. See, I
No,
told you
really?
you didn't know.
No, I don't.
I
Oh,
told
I'm
you you didn't know.
surprised.
No, I don't.
Um,
Wow.
Dyke on the board says Survivor Series has been replaced by Money in the Bank as the fourth in the Big Four, given it is going to take place at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Money in the Bank, I think there was always an argument of a fifth. King of the Ring, originally Money in the Bank's kind of taken its place. I don't think the calendar will allow Money in the Bank to officially take Survivor Series place. I just remember, though, you used Survivor Series was a week of Thanksgiving thing.
Yeah.
I looked forward to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, this was whatever. Brian, final thoughts on Survivor Series before we move on.
Ooh, just how little it really
How
even like
little.
means at this point, right? I mean, you already mentioned it that there was like barely any fucking build. I don't know, and even like the one like Becky and Charlotte, like they've had so many good matches, and this one just felt I don't know, it felt very lackluster, especially with the ending too. Just I don't know, and don't even get me started about the whole fucking Rock thing. Like that whole shit is just insane to me. Not to mention how the payoff went tonight. Are we sure he didn't show up? Because we start this with
Actually,
a half
Brian,
hour still left on Raw.
Actually, Brian, the truth is,
Yeah.
we stole the egg, and whoever wins our newlywed game tonight gets the golden
Gets to
egg.
keep it. Oh, all
Yeah,
right. That
yeah.
works for me, man. I know.
I thought the truth was, Rob, that if you spend $100 million on an egg, that's the real reason you had to fire all those people.
Right. Blow up my budget.
Right?
Yeah.
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 All right. So here's how the game works, fellas.
Let me say this first. For all those on the board,
Oh, and I want my theme song anyway.
okay,
for
for
the
all
game.
those on the board that are like, well, how are we going to play a trivia game with you guys if it's just
They can still guess.
questions about people? I was going to say, you've been watching long enough. You probably know us.
Yeah, and I mean, and some of this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with their personalities. It's
Right.
just a preference. Kind of, it's an expanded version of our 5 stupid ass questions we used to do when we had guests on
yeah,
the show.
Yeah.
And now it's time for a little mock trivia.
Oof.
All right, so as I said, I've got 8 questions on each side. I've already obtained prior to the show Brian and Rob's answers, although Brian keeps forgetting to give me his answer to the final
No, I
question.
gave it to you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, I'm going to ask the question I've already asked to one of them to the other, and if they get it right, they get a point. Fairly simple, right?
Yeah, whatever
Pretty
you just
easy.
said,
I
I'm
think
sure
it's
I'll
pretty
follow
easy.
along just fine.
All right. So, Brian, you're going to go first.
That makes sense. Yeah, I won the coin toss. So
Yes, but you got to answer Rob's question.
okay.
So I asked Rob. This is similar to Newlywed Game. I've already asked Rob, so you got to give me his answer. What is his alcoholic beverage of choice? Now this isn't a mixed drink, so I'm not looking for like lemon drop or rum and coke or anything like that. It is an alcoholic beverage like you go and just buy from the ABC store.
So just the type of, or you want like the actual brand?
No. Like I don't need to know like.
Well, I mean,
Sure.
it kind of is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like I
All
need
right,
to. I
I'll-
need to know. Yeah, I don't need to know if it was vodka. I don't need to know Smirnoff or Absolute.
But
Yes.
All right. So
Again.
then, I mean, rum. I know rum.
Okay, that answer is. Oh, I am sorry.
What?
but I gotta
It's alcoholic drink of choice.
Brian, I gotta tell you, my alcohol drink choice, but it's kind of counter to his instructions. You'd
Yeah.
have to call it, if you're gonna do a general drink, it's called a liqueur. But the correct answer would be Jägermeister. Jägermeister.
Jägermeister
I was thinking
is-
Fireball.
is what he gave me.
God, no, Fireball kills me. No, but rum is. I would agree with that. Rum is
I make
my
him.
favorite mixed drink.
Yeah,
favorite.
I make him drink Fireball, and Fireball
Yes,
technically
yeah.
is just whiskey. It's just cinnamon whiskey.
Can't fucking stand Fireball.
Oh, that's true. Right.
Rob,
Yeah.
your turn.
Rob.
Brian did not get that one right. Yours to open it off is, what is Brian's favorite pizza topping? Now Brian didn't pay attention, so he gave me two. So if you guess either of them, you will get the points.
I
Yeah.
remember being disgusted by one of them. I'm going to go with pineapple.
That is correct, sir. Rob is
Nice.
on the board, winning one day. He sent me jalapeno and pineapple.
That's
Yeah.
horrible. I think anybody who puts
That's
pineapple
disgusting,
on pizza,
No, it's not. It's delicious.
You're disgusting.
All right,
It's so good.
Horrible.
Brian, I asked Rob, Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan?
Oh.
Oh, we got to put the clock on you. I knew the 50-50 would stump him. Do you need me to read you the names again?
No. I got
Because
it.
these aren't very well-known wrestlers.
Hulk Hogan, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
There
You can't say, well, he's a racist. You say, well, Flair's a rapist. So it's
Yeah.
it's what are you gonna do?
I'll take the
Jingle
rapist for
letter.
1,000.
You're a rapist.
Jeez.
So this one is a little more to Brian's wheelhouse, Rob. Let's see what you can get the answer. The Mets or the Jets?
The Mets or the Jets?
Yes, Brian is
Yeah.
unfortunately
No.
a fan of both these teams.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
no one would openly say the Jets. So I'm gonna go with the Mets.
Oh, even though Brian is wearing a Mets hat as we speak, the
Oh, yeah, that's
answer
right.
is Jets.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I wasn't trying to give you like a signal or anything. I totally
Yeah.
forgot that I was wearing this.
right.
Sorry
All right,
about
Brian.
Can't believe you-
Yeah.
Rob is a lifer with the Panther organization.
Mm-hmm.
So which Super Bowl losing quarterback is his favorite? Is it Jake Delhomme or Cam Newton? Jake or Cam?
Cam.
Oh,
What?
sorry.
You're a Jake guy?
Sorry.
Jake Delhomme had a couple of traits about him that I like. One being he was humble. I like
Not an asshole.
Yeah. humble people get my approval. I've met Cam a few times. He's a dick.
Yeah.
And Jake is from Louisiana. There you go.
Crawdad.
Yeah.
All
wait,
right.
So, wait, but are you excited that Cam is back?
I mean, because the team sucks, kind of. But
Yeah, I mean, who
I'm not
cares?
a Cam fan.
Yeah. Suck for luck.
I was happy he was gone.
All right. So, Rob, this one's for you. Brian was asked, Batman or Superman?
I don't think he really cares either way. So I'm this is clearly a you question. But I'm gonna go with Brian. I'm gonna say Superman.
Oh, no. Brian picked Batman.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I like that Batman had gadgets. He had a lot of money. Superman couldn't fucking do anything. He
Dude,
was like too strong,
Superman can
too.
do everything.
This is so
Well, he could
crazy.
do
These are
everything.
50-50s, and you guys are striking out.
Yeah.
All right, Brian. This is a tough one because you suck at either one.
Everything. Okay.
But I asked Rob, Star Wars or Star Trek? What did he pick?
Oh, Star Wars, 100%.
That is wrong. He
Dude,
picked
what?
Star. Dude, it's Star Trek.
Dude, I am heart and soul to the blood a Trekkie. Come on.
Dude, he watches all their shows. He fucking is
All
going.
movies,
He's
all-
going to sob like a little bitch when Shatner
when
goes.
Shatner dies, I'm fucking. Don't call me for a week. I'm
Yeah,
done.
he's gonna
Oh.
mourn that worse than he
Yeah,
would have
sorry to disappoint Brian,
his
no.
wife.
Fucking Trekkie all day.
Yeah,
Brian
Brian.
directed motherfucker. Live long and prosper.
So bad, Brian. So bad.
Yeah.
All right, Rob. I asked Brian this question.
Where's the craziest place he made whoopee?
No,
the beef?
Sabu or RVD?
Oh, I'm gonna go Sabu.
Sabu is correct. Rob takes the
This is right,
commanding
strong man.
lead,
Prove this message.
2-1.
I got it. Yeah.
2-1 commanding lead.
Roddy's worth two.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Brian, I asked Rob, MJ or Kobe?
Oh, MJ.
Wow, you suck. These are 50-50. You're so
Well, I
bad.
figured because of Chicago, because Kiki, Chicago.
Because his wife's from Chicago, that means he has to pick.
I would, if you would have asked me that question 10 years ago, it would have been MJ. But there's a lot of things about Kobe I really respected, and we're both
Wait,
girl dads.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, but is it? Oh, okay, fair enough.
All right. Brian,
Yeah, what?
I already asked you, so you don't matter.
Yeah.
Rob,
Oh.
what did Brian pick for this one? Peyton or Eli?
Oh, Peyton.
That is correct.
Yeah, why would he go for a Giant? Yeah, no.
I
Yeah,
thought
no,
maybe he'd
fuck.
go for the 2-time winning Giant just because he's a New Yorker.
Well, he did
with
beat
them.
the Patriots a few times, so
Yes.
I respect him for that.
You're gonna like you. I think you'll both like these questions. Brian because this is stupid, and Rob because it's cool.
What?
So I asked Rob, Brian. I'm now
Uh-huh.
asking you what his answer was. I asked Rob, Ross, Chandler, or Joey. Who did he pick?
Ross.
God,
No,
you
no, no,
suck so
No.
bad.
I was gonna change it to Joey.
Just the bad boy Joey Janela, and I couldn't agree more.
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right.
Was it Joey?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joey.
it was Joey.
Yeah.
You know,
see,
honestly-
for the record, I tried changing my answer.
If I would have put a fourth, if he had gave me a fourth option, I would have said, "Who gives a fuck?" But it's Adam. You know, it's got to be a superhero question, and it's got to be a Friends question. We're lucky we didn't
Right.
get How I Met Your Mother.
Here is Brian's question
Okay.
that I've already
Oh,
asked
God.
him. Rob, tell me what his answer was. Charlie, Mac, or Dennis?
Charlie, Mac, or Dennis?
Who did Brian pick?
I'm gonna say. I mean, everybody loves Charlie. And Dennis is the fucking psychopath.
That's true.
But I think Brian's the Mac guy.
No. Brian and I are full Charlie guys. Thought you
Charlie.
knew that.
I thought Charlie was just too obvious of an answer.
No. No.
All right.
No. I'm so Charlie. Brian's so Charlie. Charlie's the best.
Charlie.
All right, Brian.
Yeah.
You are down 3-1. There are
No.
only 2 questions left.
All right, so I need this.
Yes, you need this because if you don't get it, Rob will win without having to do anything.
I'm gonna get the
We
golden
can't have
egg.
that.
All right, this one you should know as this
right.
is episode like 720, and I would say Rob has said this at some point in at least 50 of those episodes. You ready?
All right.
No
I'm ready.
pressure. What is Rob's favorite championship belt? The title, like the belt itself, not like the Intercontinental, like
Yeah.
Like what version of what title is his favorite?
The Winged Eagle.
There you go.
I
Brian pulling it out of his
I
ass.
would amend
See?
to that though. I would amend to that because when you asked the question, I immediately thought WWE.
Oh,
And I went Winged Eagle. But if I was gonna be honest and say my favorite belt of all time is Big Goldie.
okay. Well, Big Goldie was in WWE forever.
Yeah, I know. So, but the Winged Eagle is definitely my favorite WWE champion belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I asked Rob. I asked Brian if you get this. This is for the win. Otherwise, we go to the final question, and Brian has a chance. I asked Brian what his favorite metal band is.
Oh Jesus.
Come
What is
on,
his
Rob.
favorite metal band?
Oh my.
Use your brain, Rob.
Nobody-
The
Get this,
newlywed-
you
this
win.
is the newlywed
Nobody
game.
fucking knows this.
I do. 'Cause-
Now he told you. It should be
Thank
Scars Remains, but but
no, that's ours
Yeah, no.
collectively. MOWP.
I almost
thing.
wrote
shout
that.
out to Scars Remains.
That theme song at the beginning of the episode that you didn't hear.
Yeah.
They sang
They
that.
did great. Oh fuck! Danzig. I don't know.
No.
I know it's not Danzig.
I don't believe
Like
Brian's
metal
answer anyway, but he gave me it was Fozzy.
Yeah, because it's wrestling
get
and
Nothing. You lose.
I figured I was
Good day, sir.
No.
All right. This will.
I should have actually.
I'm gonna go with the last question to Brian here that you have to get right in order to kind of tie it up. Rob, you
Yeah.
would still like in the bottom half of the inning kind of thing. You would still have a chance to win with your last question, but here it is, Brian. I already
Okay.
asked Rob. What's the answer to favorite television dad? Who's his favorite TV dad?
Oh.
Favorite TV dad.
Yes.
Oh man.
Psycho just says his favorite belt was the TV title for WCW. That was nice. It was simple but nice.
Yeah. I was partial to the Smoking Skull just because
Yeah.
I almost said that.
yeah.
How about Al Bundy?
Whoa! Pulled it out of his ass.
Wow.
Woo.
Wow.
Tell me I don't know my Robert.
I don't think we've ever had that conversation either.
No, I don't think
No.
No.
You and
Wow.
I have. That's
Yeah.
why wow.
Good pull. Good pull, bro. So the tied or did he win?
No, he's tied. You get your last question here.
Oh, sucky ducky.
I asked Brian what his favorite WWE pay-per-view name was. The name, not the pay-per-view, so you don't have to tell me like 1987,
Right,
blah, blah,
right,
blah.
right.
Think.
God, it's probably some fucking ECW fucking title.
No, it's WWE.
Oh, WWE.
WWE.
Favorite pay-per-view. Invasion.
Oh, that's a good one.
No, it was Great
Not thinking.
Balls of Fire.
Oh, bullshit. You suck.
No, just because of the name.
The name,
I
just the
figured-
name. Ryan,
Yeah.
if you check the tape, Brian always said he loved that name
I
for
do
some
like
reason.
What you
great.
just said is one of the most insanely idiotic
Oh,
things
look.
I've ever heard.
Snake wrote it on the board. Brian probably said Great Balls of Fire.
See?
Wow.
So who knows Brian better than Rob? Stike does.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
we ended the tie.
It's a good football score.
Yes.
Hmm.
Soccer. Ted Lasso would approve of a tie.
Yeah.
Especially against the Glass
Would.
Swans or whatever.
That should happen.
The Glass Palace.
Would.
Anyway, we'll be back next Monday for Monday with the Marks. And we will be playing trivia for whatever Brian Googles as we go on air.
And the winner gets.
Oh, oh, there we go.
So juicy.
The winner gets to keep their job. I feel like WWE has taken the feast or famine to the extreme. I just want to say We didn't really talk about it tonight because it happened right after last week's show. But all the releases that happened, the rest of Hit Row, Johnny Drip Drip, no shockers there. And I think the rest are safe until Royal Rumble, and then we'll see another.
Then we'll see ASH get cut.
Run of Nikki ASH. I think is gone, amongst
so?
others.
We keep saying Dawkins, and maybe it'll happen next time.
Yeah, after the Rumble, things will happen. I will say this: Frankie Monet had just been called up, correct, in the last draft to the main roster, where Scarlett never got called up. Apparently, NXT talent, you have 30 days before you can go somewhere else, but main roster, you have 90. So it
Correct.
made me wonder, did Vince purposely, as a dick move, call a bunch of these people up? There's 12 that were involved in this most recent draft. Did he call them up just to extend their wait to go
Right,
elsewhere?
So they could just cool off and have to wait an extra 60 days on top of,
Because like Karrion Kross has to wait 90, where Scarlett had to wait 30. But because he moved Frankie Monet up, Johnny Drip Drip and his wife, Taya Valkyrie, both they get to wait 90 together because she had a cup of coffee, if you will, on the main roster.
You know who else has to wait 90 days? Because of rehab.
This is the Butcher, and I'm a little blown up, but
See?
but
Rob doesn't know.
You did okay.
Rob
All
doesn't
right,
know,
all
but
right.
the Butcher looked awesome. He came out of rehab looking really good.
no, but did you hear what happened? He actually tore his bicep.
Wait, in that match?
Mm-hmm.
So he got trented?
So he's gonna be out for a few months.
Dude, that's some bad fucking luck for AEW. I don't know if you're aware, Rob, but like Trent was out for a few months in his return match.
Well, I mean,
He got hurt for a much longer period of time. Butcher just got back from rehab, and now he's going back to rehab
Well, it's a-
because he celebrated being back on TV a little too hard, I guess.
It's a good thing.
No, that's not true.
Isn't that what you just reported, Brian?
Motherfuckers.
This is not true.
It's a good thing that they've got 180 people on the roster.
Right. yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Rob,
Well,
are you gonna watch on Wednesday?
no, but I mean, if you're going to promote your unsafe work environment, Red Velvet is like scorpioning herself every chance she gets. I mean, it's good to have the depth of the roster.
I'm going to watch, Brian, to answer your question, I'm going to watch Red Velvet versus Jade by myself.
Oh, I see.
I was alone. I was thinking of you.
Yeah.
No one
No
was
one was
looking.
See, I know that song.
I was all by myself. Remember when they used to do that shit? The hidden track. This is not a hidden track.
What?
Oh wow, we got the sound effects back. Brian, in honor of your return this weekend for us to actually see you,
Yeah.
we have fixed the studio again. So it'll be
Oh.
nice to see you. Maybe we could record some videos for our Patreon.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
.com/MOWP that I mean, they're never going to air. I'm just saying we could record them.
Yeah, we could record that. We could try to record that.
Do you remember when Brian used to do funny videos?
No, those aren't for us anymore. Those are for Matt Cardona.
Oh, yeah. People who shit on him. That's what he's like a girl that likes to date guys and shit. He's like shit.
Wait, do you remember when we used to have podcasts to be able to listen to?
Yeah, I do remember what. You know what else I remember? I remember when Brian offered to upload those.
Yeah.
For Rob, and it still didn't happen.
No.
Yeah.
Upload it.
Yeah.
I was gonna upload it the other day, and I was like, oh, I don't know the episode title. I'll get back to it.
Or how about Wednesday when he yelled at me for not knowing the video thing? Then I started trying to watch all the buttons he pressed. He goes, no, do your show. Then he spent like 5 minutes it took him to hit all these combinations of buttons.
Actually, if you check the tape, it took like 20 seconds.
If you're playing Simon, I remembered like
Check-
the first 3
check the
colors.
tape, it took like
I don't
20
remember like 20
Check
colors.
the tape. It took 20 seconds.
Red, blue, green, red, blue,
20
green.
seconds to fix. 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
20 seconds what?
The problem took 20 seconds to fix. That's why I was getting shit. I'm like, everything you do wrong that's not working right, and I come in here and I fix it. It takes me 20 seconds or less to do it.
But that's why
you
you're
get
the
easy
executive
shot.
producer.
Oh, well.
That's what
you've been
makes
doing
you
a podcast
special.
for like 5 or 6 years now. I mean, it's like
I've literally been here just as long as you.
yeah, I know. That's my point. Like you could have learned just as much.
Brian, technically, you are still the new guy, my friend.
Yeah, but I learned how to do it when I was
Yeah,
there.
look at him skirting. All shit I'm saying, just skirting it.
Yeah, you're
Right.
lucky Schultz didn't work out.
Oh God.
Right? He's still skirting. You're still skirting.
He's skirting. Yeah, he's spinning like a fucking politician.
I'm scared.
Right?
I'm scared.
Skirt.
Anyway, come back. Check us out next Monday with the Marks. Brian has trivia. He'll Google it 5 minutes before the show, so it should
Yeah, you
be
already said
awesome.
Or during the show.
Well, I'm teasing.
I'll
I'm
do it
teasing
during
it
the
again.
show.
Yeah, during the show. We might even talk about Raw. We may talk about some other things. Maybe they'll release some more people, and we can have a big show of that. We might have a draft of all the people that have been released this year, and see if we can come up with a new production called Fired. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Same smart time, same smart channel. You don't like the dad joke I ended on? Wasn't worthy.
Not a worthy vow.
No.
I hope Tom Brady got 7 points.
We're not
Podcast
worthy.
is produced and edited by You Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte.
Follow and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by
Oh, I
following
ate
us
too
at
much salami
podbean.com
today.
or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts.
Oh,
While you're there, go ahead
no.
and give us an honest and
Oh,
fair review
God.
and rating. Finally,
Too
if
much
you have enjoyed our
salami.
product and would like to see us grow,
There's a
please donate
salami
to us by visiting
there.
the donation link below our live video, or you can donate
Brian likes salami?
and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.